What's going on, guys? Master Shields here, Champions Martial Arts Center. This is Talk Tuesday, Season 2, Episode 2, the Bully Edition. If you're going to share any video on social media today, make this the video that you share. Get your kids in front of the computer screen or their mobile device and watch this video. I promise you, something will change your life. Today's topic is all about bullying. How do you deal with bullies? How do I help my kids with bullies? What would you say to bullies? Everything is going to be about bullies, and I promise you I'm going to challenge you as a parent, as a human being. I'm going to get in your face and be real. We're going to go over 4 things today that's going to challenge you, change you, and shift your mindset into an entirely different place and help you as a parent, help you as a child that's getting bullied, or even help you as the person that is bullying other people change everything for the good. And I promise you this. So we're going to talk about 4 things. Number 1, if you are a parent of a bully and you have no idea that they're doing this, maybe you do, maybe you don't, you have to get to the source of the problem. What is the source? What is the cause of the pain? Hurting people hurt people. And believe it or not, that's the truth. If you've ever played a video game and somebody's beat you, we all get upset and we're like, why did you do that? You hit them and you punch them and you push them because you're upset because they beat you. We're all creatures of competition and we all want to win. And so if something hurts us, we hurt them back. Maybe your spouse or significant other said mean things to you and they hurt you, so you lash out because you're hurt. It's nature, it's going to happen. Hurting people hurt people. So you have to get to the source of your child's problem. And it's not a problem where something's wrong in their brain. Something's happening to them, around them. Their environment is causing negative behavior. Maybe it's the lack of attention from their parents. Maybe it's the lack of love. Maybe it's something that's happening at home. Maybe mom and dad's getting a divorce, or that negativity is overflowing into them and it's causing them to lash out at other people. We have to get to the source. You get to the source of the problem, you can ultimately fix the problem. If you find out that you have a cavity in your tooth, but you never fix the problem, which is the candy that you're continuously eating on a daily basis, that cavity goes from 1 tooth to 2 to 4 to 6, and your entire mouth gets infiltrated by cavities. You never got to the source, which was the candy. We just looked at the problem, which is our teeth. The problem is bullying. Bullying is never going to go away. Regardless of what would happen, it will never go away. But we have to make the change. We have to get to the problem. We have to find what's causing that problem, and how do we fix it? Show them some love. Love on your kids. Tell them I love you. If they don't want to be around you, just give them a hug. Be there for your kids. Have that open door policy. Talk to your kids. We've got some amazing episodes in Season 1 that we really talk about parenting and how to connect with your kids, how to talk to them. Don't ask questions that are just one-word answers. Ask open-ended questions. Be involved in their lives and show genuine interest. Put your kids first. Don't focus on yourself and what's working for you. Don't be worried about, your party this weekend. What's happening with your kids? I've seen so many parents so focused on living out their party stage and being, the talk of their friends and being the cool, popular person. That's stupid. You're a parent. Focus on your kids. Your kids need you more than ever. Be a parent. Be there for your kids. Tell them I love you. If you go back last week, I think it was Monday, we posted 7 things that you should be saying to your kids. Look at it, read it, memorize it, print it. Do that. That's going to help the hurt. There's some sort of hurt. There's some sort of pain. There's something causing the behavior to happen. You as a parent have to get to it. I can't get to it because I can't be there with your kids. Typically, everything stems from some sort of negative action, negative behavior, negative something. If you find out what that something is, you can save a lot of hurt and a lot of pain from a lot of people. Kids are like dominoes. You hurt one of them, then it just keeps going and passes on to the next person. But you're nice to one of them, and that passes on to the next one, the next one, and the next one. And so if we can get to the root of the source, the root of the problem, the root of the hurt, I promise you can fix and change whatever that issue is that's happening with your kids. Number 2, how do you get your kids that are being bullied, how do you get them to be safe? What do you do? How do you stop the bullying? How do you keep them from getting bullied? Here's the sad part, parents. Here's the sad part, mom and dad. Bullying is never going to go away. No matter what were to happen, it's never going to go away. But we as parents and we as leaders and teachers and influencers, we can help facilitate some sort of a change. We're never going to get rid of it, unfortunately. That's like saying, let's get rid of evil in the world. It's never going to happen. But we can do everything we possibly can to help eliminate it as best as we can. So kids, if you're getting bullied, trust me, I understand your feelings. I understand how you feel. There's so many people out now that are experts in bullying. They know everything about it, the psychology behind it, the statistics and the data. All of that means nothing to me because most of them have never lived it. They've never dealt with it. They never felt the things that you're feeling. I know how you feel when you go home and you don't want to go to school tomorrow because you're hurting, because you're crying, because you know that when you go to school tomorrow, it's going to happen again and again. I've lived it. If you've watched season 1, I believe episode 11, somewhere around there, I talk about my story. My story is I can connect with each and every kid that's been bullied because I was bullied. I was bullied since I was about 3 or 4 years old. I grew up in Alabama. There wasn't a bunch of me, so if you put 2 and 2 together, you're going to think about what they've said to me. And from 3 to about 6th or 7th grade, I got picked on, bullied, made fun of, got into fights every day. I can still tell you in preschool about Tim Cook taking a Lego box and hitting me in the face because I look different. Or being in 7th grade and having someone make fun of my t-shirts that I wore every day because I didn't fit in with what I wore. Or being in the 4th grade having to fight the entire 4th grade because they didn't like me. I know how you feel. I know what it feels to go home and cry because your teachers don't connect with you. They don't understand what's happening, or your friends don't get it, or your parents don't get it. I understand. I've been there. I've done that. I wrote the book. I get it. But you have to understand there's always a light at the end of the tunnel. There's some sort of lesson that you're going to learn, and eventually you'll get through it. I promise you're going to get through it. But you're asking me, hey, Master Shields, how do I get through it right now? I need this to stop now. So here's some tips for you. Whenever you're going out and about with your friends, do everything in groups. Play in groups, walk in groups, hang out in groups. Do everything you can with people around you. Because think about this. You've never seen on the news group of women attacked by one person when they're jogging at night. Never happens, right? You hear about one person, one jogger running, and they get attacked at night because there's one of them. That's an easy target, an easy victim. Crazy story, I'm watching Alvin and the Chipmunks this morning with my daughter, and the topic about the show is bullying. And Simon's getting bullied by this really big kid, and then Alvin runs in, Theodore comes in, and the bully's like, only 2 of you guys are little, you can't do anything. Well, then the Chipettes run in, so there's 6 people now, and then they get like 8 more of their friends. There's like 15 to 20 kids around this bully telling him to stop, saying, we're tired of you bullying people, we're tired of this, stop, leave him alone, put him down. Bully gets kind of scared, puts him down, and then says, fine, take him, do whatever you want. And the bully starts moping and walking away. But here's the lesson that we learned today from Alvin and the Chipmunks. They're all walking away and running to someone's house for a fun time. Simon turns around and goes, hey, do you want to come with us? And the bully asks, why are you being nice to me? Why are you being nice to me? Hurting people hurt people. Why are you being nice to me? That's what Simon does, is he wanted to change that behavior. So I'm going to challenge you. You're walking in groups, doing everything in groups. Here's like a 2A. Every day you see that bully or you see that mean person, say one thing nice to them. I like your t-shirt, those are super cool shoes. Whoa, really cool haircut. Hey, I like your pencil, that's an awesome backpack. Say one thing nice to them each and every day. Even if they're going to respond with oh, you're stupid. Oh, be quiet, I don't like you, you're dumb. It doesn't matter. Just be nice to them each and every day, and I promise you, you're going to be the cause for them to change, for them to turn around, because now you're being nice to them when nobody else is being nice to them. I promise you that. Give it a shot. Challenge you. Number 3, your kid's the bully. How do we stop that? How do we facilitate positive behavior, make them not the bully anymore? You want to give them positive role models. And who do you think the positive role model in their life should be? You. You control everything they do. Think about this. You were the first person that taught them how to talk, how to walk, how to eat, what to wear, what shows are cool, what music to listen to. Because I'm sure when they're little, you're listening to your music in the car, and then they listen to it and they became a fan. Or maybe they're not a fan of that, but you're the one that everything they do, you influence them. And here's the crazy thing, parents. You might have created what they've become. You want to give them positive influences, positive role models, positive people. What are they watching on TV? There used to be a show, well there still is a show, every morning, I think about 10 o'clock. And I used to watch it every morning, and then now all they do is just badmouth people. They just talk so much trash. It's just nothing but negativity. And I just can't stand that. So we don't watch that show every morning anymore because it's just so much negative stuff. So if my kid's watching that and they hear these ladies talk trash about everybody under the sun, what is she going to start doing? Gossiping, talking trash, being bad, and doing the same things that those people are doing because, hey, they're on TV, they're famous, they're getting paid for it. The role models in your kids' lives are absolutely influential, and they absolutely are the most important people that should be there. But they can influence them in a positive or negative way. Think about this. How often have you caught yourself complaining? Maybe you go, oh man, it's raining today, or oh, it's Monday, or here's a better one. During the election, even now, maybe you like or don't like the president. How often have you caught yourself bad-mouthing the president or our previous president and just talking bad about them, saying how horrible they are or this or that, and having nothing but negative things to say? Who do you think is listening to you? Your kids. Your kids hear everything that you do. If you're bad-mouthing someone, if you're gossiping, if you're talking trash, if you're every negative thing that you do, your kids are going to copy that. Your kids are going to see that. If you cuss like a sailor at home, I guarantee you, your kids are cussing when they're outside. They're doing stuff they shouldn't be doing because you taught them that. That's the crazy thing that most parents don't think about is we're like, oh, my kid's just a brat. How'd they get that way? They got there somehow. They didn't just magically wake up and appear and go, poof, I'm a brat, or poof, I'm a bully. They were taught that by someone. Think if you're mean to your kids, if you bully your kids, they're going to bully someone else. So you have to be the positive role model in their life. And you get to pick who's in their life, who's not in their life. Who are the people that are going to help make a change, help impact them, and help make them a better person. Because if you don't do anything about it, it's never going to change. It's never going to stop, and it's never going to get better. But you have to make that difference. You have to make that first change. You have to be the person that is setting the standard and setting the tone for everything that they do. Number 4, if your kid's getting bullied, we want to teach them to have positive self-statements and be confident about who they are. And the crazy thing about this, kids are so focused on what everybody else thinks. Is my jacket cool? Is my haircut okay? Is my watch or my rings or my jewelry or my face, do I look okay? Am I cool enough? Am I wearing the latest and greatest things? They're so focused on what everyone else around them thinks about them that they forget to think about themselves. And so we have to teach our kids to be positive and to learn 2 words. Who cares? So kids, if you're watching with me right now on the count of 3, say who cares as loud as you possibly can. 1, 2, 3. Who cares? And what I want you to do is when someone ever says anything negative to you, you're ugly. Who cares? You're stupid. Who cares? You're not wearing cool pants. Who cares? Who really cares? At the end of the day, your kid should believe and think that the only person's opinion that matters about them is their self and their parents. And parents, let's go back to number 3. If you're not being that positive role model and you're saying mean things to them, you just change their world, because if their opinion and your opinion matter most, but you're mean to them and say mean things to them, you just ruin their world. You just change their entire life because of what you're saying to them. So we have to teach our kids, use the words who cares. Because think about this, back in the 60s, everybody dressed a certain way, and then one person wore bell bottoms and tie-dye t-shirts. That wasn't cool, that was out of the norm, but everybody hated on them, and then who cares? It became a trend. 70s, boom. 80s, boom. 90s. it always changed because of one person. They didn't care what everybody else thinks. They just did what they thought was cool, what they liked. So kids, I challenge you, stop thinking about what everybody else thinks is cool. If you like it, awesome. You're cool. You're great in your book, because you are the only person at the end of the day that matters. You matter most, because what you think about yourself, if you like something, if you're happy, that's what matters most. It doesn't matter if Bobby or Jennifer or Susan or Tommy like what you like. If you like it, be happy about it and own it. Be cool. You're cool in your own book. You're cool. Your parents think you're cool. Your parents love you. Your teachers love you. Everybody around you that matters has positive things to say about you. They should. And yours matters the most. Your opinion matters the most. Look yourself every day in the mirror and say, I'm cool. I'm a positive person. I'm an amazing human being. I matter. I have high value. Every day, say that to yourself. You need positive influences, positive role models. So I want you as a kid to find them. Who is going to help you get better each and every day, rather than who is going to pull you back and make you what everybody else is doing. Don't copy that. You want to make yourself the best version of you possible. What are you doing? Parents, what are you doing? What are you doing to challenge that to become a positive person? Here's a crazy sad story. I've got an awesome student. She's about 12, 13 years old. I've had her for many, many years, and she's an amazing human being. Absolutely just great, awesome person. One of my favorite students. And I found out that recently she's getting bullied. And she's a great human being, great person. She might not be a part of certain demographics or certain groups. Maybe she's not a part of the cheerleaders or the jocks, but she's cool, she's awesome, she's great in her own way, right? But these kids are so mean to her, and they say hurtful things, and she's had these really sad thoughts. And what would you as a parent do if your kid came to you tomorrow and said, Mom, I don't want to live anymore. I just can't do this. This is so hard because everybody's so mean to me. How would you feel? How would you react as a parent? I don't know what I would do. Just being real, I don't know what I would do. It would be it would break my heart. And so seeing her go through what she's going through, it's painful to watch. And so a solution that we put together was, you want to make your kids, make them leaders. Put them in programs that's going to make them a leader. So now she's one of our class leaders. She helps run class. She's just a great overall influential person for younger kids. And so now she matters. She feels that she matters. She feels that she's important. She has a sense of confidence now because people look up to her rather than people looking down on her. So challenge yourself, parents, to find programs, whether it's martial arts, whether it's a youth group, something that's going to help your kids become better human beings and be around kids that are similar to them, that are going to help lift them up, rather than just throwing them in something just to get them out of your hair. Challenge yourself as a parent. Challenge yourself as the most influential person in their life to make a difference and impact them in a positive way. The most important thing that we can do as parents is challenge ourselves to be different. If you want to see a change in society and a change in bullying, you have to make the change. You make that first step to be different. You have to do something different. So many times I hear this, and it drives me crazy. Parents tell their kids, do as I say, not as I do. That's absolute crap. Stop. If you're a parent and you tell your kids, do as I say, not as I do, you're full of it. Because this is what's going to happen. If you're on the phone bad-mouthing someone, talking trash about your neighbor or another parent or something on TV, your kids are going to listen to you and they're going to copy you. They're going to make the exact same opinion about that person or thing because you said it. But you as a parent are going to say, do as I say, not as I do. It's crap. Stop it. Stop telling your kid to do as I say and not as I do. If you're getting drunk every single night in front of your kids, but you tell your kids, hey, I want you to go to college, be good, don't drink, don't be like me, what are they going to do? They're going to copy you because you're all they see. Stop being that person telling your kids to do as I say, not as I do. I've seen so many kids act just like their parents or grandparents or uncles or aunts, because that's what they see on a regular basis. But those parents will tell me, I just understand, why is my kid doing this? They just don't listen and blah, blah, blah. If I can be real with you parents, you're the reason that your kids are the way they are, because you're doing the exact thing that you're telling them not to do. If you're telling your kids to be nice to every person around them and treat every single person the way that they want to be treated, but yet you can't stop talking bad about somebody, or you can't stop trashing the president, or you can't stop bad-mouthing our governor, or you can't whatever, they're going to copy you. Regardless of your opinion about someone or something, you have to think who's around you, who's listening to you. Think about this. Think about babies. You're the one that teach them their first words. Maybe it's mama, maybe it's dada, whatever their first word is, you're teaching that to them. You know? And so if, let's say, you're cussing around your kids all the time, I guarantee you your kids are going to pick that up and they're going to start saying it because, hey, mom and dad do it, so that's pretty cool. Or you're drinking, or you're doing whatever, your kids are going to copy that. You tell them, hey, you can't do this till you're an adult, but now you've piqued their interest at 8 because they see you doing it. You have to make a change to stop pointing your finger at everybody else in society saying that it's our media, it's the TV, it's the entertainment, it's this, it's that. No, it's you. It's you. You make the change in yourself. You make the change in who you allow around your kids, and what the circle and what the community around your kids is, and I promise you, you're going to see change happen. You're not going to see kids bullying other people because it's not happening around them. There's no pain and hurt. We're never going to get rid of bullying. Regardless of what we want to have happen, it's never going to go away. We're never going to get rid of evil in the world. It's never going to go away. But you can make that 1% difference and make that one small step. You can be that tiny pebble in that pond. That first ripple becomes a bigger ripple, and a bigger one, and a bigger one, and a bigger one. And eventually that one tiny pebble influenced the entire lake and the entire pond. And it made a difference because that ripple went all the way to the shore. You can be that pebble, but you have to make that decision if you want to do it or not. Think about that. I challenge you as a parent, if you want to see bullying stop, if you want to see your kids be confident about themselves, and you want to see them become a better person, you have to be the person to do it. If you're acting a certain way, the kids that are bullying other kids, they're going to take that and learn it, and they're going to do it again. If you're being mean to them, saying hurtful things, you're a bully. You're bullying your kids, or you're teaching your kids how to bully, or you're making your kid more of a person that's getting bullied. Now they get bullied at home and at school? That's horrible. How do you end bullying? Parents have to make the change. Parents have to make the difference in what they say, what they do, how they act, how they react, and what the lessons are that they're teaching them daily, whether it's consciously or subconsciously. Whatever you're doing, your kids are learning from you. Whatever you're watching on TV, your kids are learning from that because you allowed that to happen. You opened that up into your home and into your community. So, as a parent, you have to be that positive role model. You have to be the one that's teaching your kids how to make positive self-statements. You have to teach them to have confidence. You have to show them what the right thing is and what the wrong thing is, and which one you should do. That's the most important thing. How you end bullying, how you help bullying. You don't send them to a psychologist and see what's wrong with them. There's nothing wrong with your kids. They learn that behavior from somewhere, from someone, from something. If they're getting bullied, they need that support system, someone that's going to be there for them. They need positive role models. They need to be surrounded with people that are going to help them, uplift them, and make them better, not continuously bring them down. Hey, thank you so much for watching today's episode of Talk Tuesday, Season 2, the Bullying Edition. If you have any questions, feel free to send me an email, to direct message me on Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, wherever you can. Send me a message, and again, like always, you keep asking questions, and I'll keep answering them.